would describe her as very sexy, very good actress in Ghana so far. I'm with Nadia Buari. And then I just want to know more about her and then the movie that she's shooting. Hello, Nadia.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Why this costume?
I'm actually the character I'm playing in this movie. I was a fool, and I was actually deceived by this man. So this is the outcome of my whatever that.
Could I say, as of your love, foolishness?
Yeah, out of my my foolishness. Yeah.
You,
But then
you,
I paid a very heavy price for it. It's yeah. There's so much lessons to be learned out of this. Yeah.
really? Meaning that I've been seeing you in so many love movies. I mean, are you perfect in playing those roles more than any other?
I wouldn't say that. I'm an actress, so with whichever role I'm given, I try as much as possible to interpret it the best way I know how. So if you're convinced that I'm actually playing my role as a lover girl very well, then I'm doing my job. But then I'm not always a lover girl. I don't always do love movies. I've done like so many played different characters. Played Satan, played a criminal, played blind, played whatever. Yeah.
Now, tell me, so many people say Nadia, public rumor, that's all we get. Nadia sometimes rejects scripts. Is it true?
Um, I don't necessarily reject. What I do is I like to challenge myself. If you bring a script and it's not convincing for me enough to be able to be a part of it, I would tell you to work on it. I don't like to be typecasted. I don't like to play a role that I've played before. And I look out for so many things in a script. I mean, if it's got a good humor, if the grammar is very witty, I don't work with scripts that somebody just woke up in the morning and just presented. You have to have, because script writers for me are very intelligent, so they're supposed to be able to convince me that they're really good. You know, that's how I can get to, and plus if the story is very good. Yeah, but no, I'm very very selective in the kind of movies I do, but then it's not necessarily rejection. No.
You don't reject, but rather you tell them to correct them.
Yeah, I tell them the correction I feel should be done in the script, and then if they can work on it, fine. If they can't work on it, then I can't be a part of it.
You can be a part of it. Talking about the script itself, can the director make the script a better one?
I think a good director can bring out a bad script. Good. I mean, I think it's all about the director. If the director knows, it's the director's interpretation. So it's, yeah, he can make it good because you work hand in hand. If a director is good, he's good because he's willing to learn from his colleagues and everything, because we all don't know nothing. We just need to be able to have different minds. Two heads are better than one. Three obviously is four. So a good director obviously must be able to learn. So yeah, a good director can bring a bad script out well.
So when a movie comes out and is very successful, who do you think the credit should be given to?
um I think for everybody. I think everybody in the movie played a really good job. If it's very successful, I think the artists did their job, because if they couldn't be, if they didn't do their job, it probably wouldn't be successful. I mean, people would criticize it, and people would not criticize. You see, we live in a society whereby when you watch the movie, they criticize what they see. They don't criticize what they don't see. So they definitely don't regard the director. It's unfortunate that that's a society that we live in. So obviously the thanks would have to go to the director, the cast, the crew, everybody. Yeah.
And then who is your best director so far that you've worked with?
I can't mention names, but I think I've worked with very good directors. Yeah.
And then you can single out one.
No, there's so many of them.
So many of them.
Yeah.
Nadia, the movie industry in Ghana and Nigeria, what do you think that is a thin line between the movie industry in Ghana and Nigeria?
Um, I think, well, for me personally, I think it's mass productions. I mean, I don't see any different. I've worked in Nigeria and worked out here as well, and I don't think there's any difference except for mass production. In Nigeria, every now and then there are people trying to make movies, whether they're trying to make a bad movie, they're trying to make a good movie, they just want to make movies. But as compared to out here, where the population out here is very small, so we rarely have people trying to make movies. That's the only thing. But then apart from that, nothing. I mean, their working attitudes towards production might be slightly different because Nigeria is like very fast, and so they probably always on their feet trying to do stuff. But then maybe we're more laid back and relaxed, which is something we have to correct because we can't be living like this and think that we want to progress.
Nadia, tell us the health hazard in movie making. To you, health hazard.
Well, I think basically it's one for one. It's the stress, and I think second of all is because we're so much keen into producing within a certain period. We work from AM. Sometimes it can run through the next day. That stresses us out, and somebody like me, I break out when it comes like that. Like I have acne all over because it stresses me out. That's pretty much it. That's the only thing that we're facing. That's basically the biggest challenge we're facing out here, because when we get on location, everybody, we're trying to work within a certain period. If it's like maybe a 2 weeks budget, we want to make sure we finish within that 2 weeks, and maybe the script is large, so we end up coming in the morning and working till like 3 a.m.s and everything. And then some of us, we have to drive from our homes to location like every day and then going back, so it's not good. That's basically some of the challenges that I face.
Nadia, thank you very much. But before you go, at least you have a lot of fans out there that they want to hear you something. Tell them something.
The only thing I can say is to the fans out there, I love you and I appreciate your support. Make sure that you believe in yourself and have God first, because I certainly put God in everything I do. He's my number one, because without him, I certainly wouldn't have been able to get this far in my life. And don't mind the costume and the little belly as my character costume, okay? And thank you.
All right. I said last thing, but you're working on the project. You're having a project that you want. Tell us a little bit more.
Oh yeah, it's called the Nadia Buari Foundation. What I do is basically make sure I make the underprivileged smile, because it hurts me so much when I know that I'm blessed and I'm comfortable, and there are people now smiling who can't even smile because of poverty. So I basically thought that I should use my influence or the person I've become to help. I feel like what I'm doing is my responsibility, and that's why I took that initiative. Thank you. Welcome.